So Stave 2 begins with the first of the three spirits, the ghost, being introduced. What we should notice is our thing about the weather and the surroundings. It's really dark at this point. Again, I suppose suggesting how far Scrooge still has to come. And it's the way that he's trying to look through the darkness with his ferret eyes. Again, the comparison to a ferret being an interesting one, some kind of almost vermin, sneaky vermin going through. Anyway, it carries on, and he gets the noise coming out. All he can make out outside. It says, "Was it still very foggy and extremely cold?" So we still have the fog and the cold all over the place here. As the ghost begins to appear, again, worth noticing that Dickens makes us experience it, going through the whole thing of, the strangeness of it, striking 12, and then down here into the idea of the when it's already past 12 before he went to bed. Then the whole build-up of each quarter of an hour, it ringing until it reaches 1 o'clock. The curtains are pulled aside. Some people see that as symbolic in some ways, like the curtains around his bed are essentially enveloping him in, his own little world, and he's forced to encounter something else. What's he forced to encounter? Well, here we go. Now, the descriptions of the ghosts are massively important. This is probably the longest of them, so it's well worth noting as a whole. Okay, that we're seeing the ghost of Christmas Past appearing for the first time. Right, what do we notice? He's described as being like a child and also like an old man at the same time. A combination of wisdom, I suppose, and innocence together. All of these can be looked into, but I'm just picking out a few here. The arms are very long and muscular. So again, we're seeing that even though it appears very innocent, it is very strong, very powerful. Remember, this essentially is a description of Christmas as it is in the past. So these have all got a metaphorical idea behind them. The legs and feet, just like the arms and hands, are bare. Okay, so the idea, which will come back again in other ones, that this Christmas has nothing to hide in there. The tunic of the purest white, the purity and innocence again coming through. Holding a branch of fresh green holly, an evergreen, of course, along with the idea that the dress it's wearing is trimmed with summer flowers, reminds us that even though to do with Christmas, the spirit of Christmas, the idea of Christmas goes all year round. What have we basically got here? We've got the ghost of part of Christmas Past, which seems to be representing the impact of Christmas on people's lives. So the impact of past Christmases on their lives. And we're seeing that it has a combination of the innocence and the wisdom. It's strong, it has nothing to hide, and its influence goes all year round. So they begin their conversation. It's again, to go with what we were talking about here before, it's again worth noticing the voice is soft and gentle, which again gives you a sense, despite its strength, of what kind of person it is. It talks about this idea of the light beaming out of the top of its head that we've just had, being something that obviously associates it with light, but in Scrooge's case, the important thing to notice is the light is too much for him, and he finds himself wishing for the spirit to be covered up, as though that light is something he can't cope with. As also noticing here, down here, we have the use of the term reverently. Again, a word that suggests that he is speaking with respect already to this ghost. which again I suppose shows you a big change in attitude. We didn't have any reverence in the first stanza really, the first stave really, and it then takes him forward, ready for its night out, I suppose.